there is a clause that the preposition on is applied, but we cannot find the object of the preposition on. So we will deal with this phenomenon. The clause is this: you dream on. The preposition on, object of the preposition on, is applied to the definition of the intransitive verb dream is prolonged. The speaker states the object of the preposition to signify that the subject of the preposition exists in a higher position than the position that the object of the preposition exists. However, the speaker abbreviates the object of the preposition on in a clause that the speaker intends to add the definition of the preposition on to the condition indicated by the intransitive verb dream that continues conforming to the time. As time goes, the condition indicated by the intransitive verb dream follows the flow of time. So can we find out the relationship between the time and the continuity of the condition indicated by the intransitive verb dream? The abbreviated object of the preposition on is comprehensible in the following way. With the perspective that we, the children of the one, meet Jesus Christ in the consciousness because the one conceptualizes the righteous object that we see in our living. The object of the preposition on indicates the ground from which the concept conveyed from the one is uplifted. The object of the preposition exists in our consciousness, and the ground that we hear the voice of the one is considered as the premise. When we recognize the premise, we can understand this clause. The flow of time is on the premise that the ground exists. So the ground where the one tells the righteous truth in our consciousness is the most basic bottom ground, and the time flows on the ground made by the one, and the condition of the listeners indicated by the transitive verb dream is stacked on the holy ground and the flow of time. So the listeners prolong the period to the point that the condition indicated by the intransitive verb dream is assumed to last with the preposition on. There is a clause that the preposition on is applied. I go to church on Sundays. The fact that the preposition on is applied in this clause of the preposition on, the relative standard that is changeable. The speaker applies the preposition on to signify the relationship that the subject, church of the preposition exists during the period indicated by the object, Sundays, of the preposition that are repeatedly by the one. We can understand that the church exists on weekdays or Saturdays. So the relative standard means that The church we worship at exists. There is another clause. He attaches this on a wall, with the fact that the preposition on is applied in this clause. The object of the preposition on, a wall, is the relative standard that is changeable. The subject of the preposition this is able to on any places. So the object of the preposition a wall is the relative standard that is changeable. The speaker applies the preposition on to signify the relationship of the relative location, that the subject this of the preposition exists in the higher location than the location where the object a wall of the preposition exists. The subject this of the preposition on is the object of the transitive verb attaches. To get the action indicated by the transitive verb attaches from the subject, he of the transitive verb attaches. The subject of the preposition this is the object of the transitive verb attaches. To get the action from the subject indicated by the personal pronoun he. Then let's consider the concurrency of the relationship mediated by the preposition on and the transitive verb attaches. The preposition on mediates the relationship between the subject this and the object on a wall when the subject of the transitive verb he actualizes the action indicated by the transitive verb attaches and gives the action to the object of the transitive verb this. Let's consider this mouse is indicated by the indicative pronoun this, and I will take the part as the subject he. So when he starts and the action to this object this, let's consider this screen is a wall. When I actualize the action indicated by the transitive verb attaches like this, between the subject and the object this is actualized. This subject of the preposition and the object of the preposition. So when the subject actualizes the action, the relationship between the subject of the preposition this and the object of the preposition a wall are in the relationship mediated by the preposition on. The point in time when the definition of the preposition on actualizes is reliant on the point in time when the subject of the clause actualizes the definition of the verb. So he, this, a wall. There are three to interact in this clause. The preposition on conveys the definition of the preposition from the subject this to the object a wall at the same time when the action indicated by the transitive verb attaches is conveyed from the subject he to the object this, because the preposition does not reveal the tense by itself. So the relationship to convey the action indicated by the transitive verb attaches and the relationship of the relative location by the definition of the preposition on are mediated at the same time.